Hello Troop 516, this is Mr. Duncan, fourth best knot tire in the troop. Today I'm going to talk with you about what's known as the diagonal lashing. The diagonal lashing is best used when my sticks are crossed at something other than a 90-degree angle. If your sticks are crossed at a 90-degree angle, the square lashing is what you want to use. If they're crossed at something sharper than that, the diagonal lashing, that's for you. As with my last video and with the next video on the shear lashing, I want to dedicate my lashing videos to my friend Dan Hart, Assistant Scoutmaster with Troop 316, who died in January of this year. So here I've got my broom handle sticks. They're crossed clearly at something other than a 90-degree angle, and we're going to use the diagonal lashing to tie them together. And we're going to start with the timber hitch. When we did the square lashing, we started with a clove hitch. We're going to end with a clove hitch on today's lashing, but we're going to start with the timber hitch. This is the way I do it. All right, remember to do a timber hitch. You take your running end, run it around the standing end, just like that. And then you make 3 wraps around the running end. And then you snug it down. That's your timber hitch. Now what I do is I go in this direction. I'm pulling my timber hitch tighter by going in this direction. And look what I do with my first wrap. On my first wrap, I cross over my timber hitch. I do that in order to compress that timber hitch that much tighter. And I go around 3 times. I wrap 3 times, and I lay the cord beside itself neatly all 3 times. See that? Next thing we do is we go the other direction. Let's go up one more, and let's go this way. I'm going to go the other direction. I wrap the other diagonal 3 times, laying the cord beside itself every time. Trying to be neat. A pretty knot, or pretty lashing, is a well-tied knot, a well-tied lashing. So I went 3 times this way, 3 times that way. Just like with the square lashing, I'm going to do now 3 fraps. I'm going to do frapping 3 times. Go around this way. 1, 2, 3. See how nice and neat and tight that is? And now I'm going to finish off with a clove hitch. I come up, drop it over my stick, run it through the loop. Then I do it again. Drop it over the stick, run it up through the loop. You see that? There's the clove hitch. There's my X. Pull that real tight and scooch it up to the lashing as tight as you can get. Pull it tight. Then once again, just like with the square lashing, if you're tying something up and you want to make sure that that never comes loose, you can put a stopper knot in it. Just one simple overhand loop. Work it down to the end of, or to the running, the outside of your clove hitch, and that'll never come loose. That is a secure lashing. That's tight enough that the only way probably you're going to get that down, you can probably untie it with a lot of work, but probably have to cut that with your knife to get it apart. That's secure, that's tight, and that'll hold. All right, so like with the square lashing, that'll take me a while to get that untied. And so I'm not going to demonstrate it 2 times. You can rewind this video and watch it twice if you'd like. But that's the diagonal lashing. Next video we'll do the shear lashing. That's all I got for tonight. We'll see you soon. See you next time. Bye-bye.